Hendrick.
Oh, here I am, back again. I do apologise for the long delay. And let's sort this out a second. So I'm here, and so about this our Twitter problems and internet problems at the moment in time. So yeah, I'm back on sort of thing, and thanks for joining us. And if you do like the video, could you please like and subscribe? And it's flipping hot in here, I know that as well. So please help our suit. And yeah, thanks for joining us. And it's still 0-0. And I've got loads and loads of messages to go through. Thanks so much for joining us. And at the minute, it's 0-0, like I said. So I'm going to go through this comment straight away. And thanks for joining us. Keeping it tuned. Jason here, John, you well, mate. Apart from the internet problems, not a bad lineup for PCs. A man is Jeff Hendrick. Here we'll be missing and hope to see a better Fiesta for his own sake. And I've got Bill Great, the newer lads fan, the playing from some own fans with the lads. Good to see fans coming back. Hi, Thomas, to you. Hope you're okay. It's on YouTube. And I've got Dave, YouTube, NUFC.com. Thanks very much. Dave in McAllister. Thanks very much indeed, Dave, for subscribing to my channel. And absolutely amazing. I see your tweets in the mornings of Cal. And thanks for joining, David. And thanks for subscribe. Thomas, same, keep it tuned, level 7. You get people chatting to each other, which I think is great. And another season, same old. David, I have a channel on YouTube. If you're watching on, subscribe to David Cackling on NUFC, which I've already done. And I've got Jason here. Prediction, guys. Clean sheet fee note 4-1 for David. Thomas, we can't beat these. My God, who can we beat? Let's just give up. First friendlies usually ends on a low score one. And what twist is Wilson for Hattrick? He is sub. And it looks like Joe Linton is going to come off to be replaced by Dwight Gale. So 70 minutes gone. I want to talk about Joe Linton later on as I speak. And yeah, that's the 70 minutes, Joe. So all these hipsters, he thinks that Joe Linton is a wonderful, wonderful player sort of thing. Have a word with yourself, so yeah, please, thank you. And let's just go up again. And I just, if I miss anyone, I do apologise. Really, I'm sorry. Past few seasons has been horrible to us, so wouldn't be surprised if we lose today. And that's from Jay. That's the Langley and Watts playing, but Hendrick, oh man. Why is he taking someone else's squad number? I just do not know. Here I am. And we're off. I must have been in a dungeon. That just took problems at this moment in time. Well, Joe Linton is off way before halftime. It's off to 17. And now I'm back. Thanks for that, lads. I appreciate that. Hayden's down again. I'm amazed that he's fit, by the way. And I've got to look at number 4, passes to number 4. He crosses over number 4. And there you go, guys. Number 1 has headed home. Wow. And just going through it. Sort of thing. Yeah. What's going to say? He's okay. And yeah, I'm here. And there we go. You got Muto. That's the suspension. He's still not playing the game. How are you doing, Luke? I hope you're okay. Buongiorno, come stai? Bene, grazie. Yeah, I'll try and get people on that sort of thing. And definitely come and get you on after the game. Chance to subscribe to levels of David. Thanks very much indeed for him. David will be pulled with that. So still 0-0. 20 minutes gone. There's not really much to talk about, isn't there, really? But yeah, I want to talk about a couple of hipsters yesterday having to go about Joe Linton. I mean, Joe Linton's getting a number 7 shirt, right? And I asked to put on a tweet and say, will it change his fortunes or runes? Some said yes, some said no. Some said give him a chance. Some said he ain't good enough for me. I said now he is not good enough for the Premier League, but he's slightly improved. But at the end of the day, I just do not think he's Premier League quality. And then I get all these hipsters coming up to us, cussing us out and say that I'm cussing them out. I'm not having a go at him. I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not abusing him. I'm sure he's a decent player. There's a player in there, but I still yet to see that player in there. He's slightly improved, not by much. I tell you what, if Lee Goller was an Arsenal fan or a Newcastle fan, or Claude, God rest his soul, was a Newcastle fan, I tell you what, he will rip you a good one, I'm telling you. And for me, I don't blame them, because we as fans are not allowed to have an opinion, which I can do, and all the others are. That's cool. But let's be real about it. I'm not going to lie. If you've got an opinion, say so. And if you don't like the opinion, okay, about this. Sorry about this, guys. It's got me. Yeah, so this is just playing up again. So got to do the best I can here. So I don't even know what the score is. I think it's 0-0 at a minute. So I'll just have to go through the messages very quickly. I'm not going to have time to read them at this stage. And yes, it's warm in here. I'll sort it out with half time. Piffy new idea. It's 4 zone. Yeah, great save. Okay, so far 20 minutes gone, still 0-0 each. Thanks for that. I like that. Yeah, what's going on about Joe Linton? Yeah, I just hope that big up to Rossi Morgan. I hope you're okay. But this is it, right? I mean, if people like what Joe Linton to succeed, you go ahead and do that. But I just do not think he's going to make it at Newcastle United. I really don't. I'm not cussing him, not having a go at him. It's like me running my job, and they did what was good enough for my job. They'd tell us, and I'll have to accept it. Do you know what I mean? But at this moment in time, it is so what it is. It's just a shame Paul's not here today because I would have loved to get Paul on as well. And it's just one of those things. He might be busy. I hope he's okay. I hope he's fine. Happy days if he's doing something. So, like I said, still 0-0 at York City. It's Newcastle. And I've got it on at 27 minutes gone. There. Look at Dan Langley compared to height to Ross. To Ryan Fraser. How tall is this guy? 6'7", isn't he? 6'7", and Fraser is something like 5'6", 5'7". Could be wrong. New York's got a quarter battle away, which is head of the way. But I don't know if they're creating much of all, lads, at the end of the day. But like I said, it is what it is. So I'll delete that off straight away. But on the takeover, I don't know if anyone watched Amanda's theory on Friday. I thought she handled Simon Jordan very, very well. Very, very well. Because she wasn't allowed him to have his own way. I thought she spoke very, very well. I'm getting tweets coming out and saying that there ain't going to be a takeover. She doesn't seem confident at all whatsoever. Oh, and big up to you guys who went to the demonstration on Friday, led by Holly. Holly done a magnificent job, by the way. And she's getting stick because she's only 16 years old, right? And they probably think it's too big of a gig for her to do. I thought Holly handled it really, really well. And I've got to go on my chat soon. But in a minute, I think she's quite busy at this moment in time. And after this long trip, went to London the same day, went back on the same day. And it seems about knackered sort of thing as well. So, yeah. All the guys who went over there, 250, 300 people went there apparently. Big up to you, even one. You know who you are. Happy days. Well done to you. Big up to you. So I got all about the mathematicians, mate, but I hope we don't lose. I have to agree. I mean, I watched AFTV yesterday. The fans, the judges, Ty, Cecil, Joe, Robbie, and they came out and said they played 2 preseason friendly games, and the fans are having a go like Aubameyang as well because he should have got a chance to stay over here, and the fans are saying that they're very, very worried that the way things are at Arsenal. They have 2 games played. They haven't won them both. And it just goes to show that, Arsenal fans are honest about their team. And quite rightly so. Keeper's just made a save, by the way. And I got Ross here. Do you think we'll get Willett back? I hope so. I'm not going to be confident getting this guy. I know everyone is saying that he's coming back for a season on loan. But I'm hearing that Rafa Benitez wants him as well now. Make a late bid. And I just cannot see him go to Everton at all whatsoever. He'll come to us, if anything, because he loved up Newcastle last time. But if we don't get Willock, who are we going to get? I'm hearing as well that Crystal Vaya, who's often for months and months for £8 million, I think 6 and £8 million. Now, Brentford came in, zooming in, and they offered a £13.5 million on him. Where is he going to go? Is he going to go to Brentford, isn't he? Where would you rather go? Would you go to Newcastle or would you go to London? Yeah. Okay, Brentford aren't the big club in London, by the way. They're not. They're just a teeny club in London, and big up to them. They have had a brilliant, brilliant season, and that's why they got promoted. So when I take Willock back, I'd love to get him back. No problems at all. And if we don't get him, we're going to struggle at every way of the pitch. Up front, if Callum Wilson gets injured, we'll be absolutely screwed. Let's be real. I've got Tom's data updates on London 23s against Harrogate, John. I haven't seen it, mate. I haven't seen it. I'll just concentrate on the York game. And yeah, deal's been good calling the Jays. I think Willock is coming back on loan. I hope he does. Just okay now that we're on the attack here. Is Rich going to pull the ball back? Oh God! Oh my good defending! Wow. Callum had a good chance there, by the way, and hit the keeper to fit it over the top for a corner kick. So don't know how true it is. We've seen he wants to come back to Newcastle, and let's hope he does. Let's hope he really does. And we'll say good luck to him. He won't play at Arsenal. I just don't think I think he's done at Arsenal Football Club. I think he really has done. And I hope we just pay the money and just snap him up, by the way, because we need to snap him up because he could be important to us in our relegation season. I'm going to say relegation season, by the way. So, yeah, do smash the likes up as well and subscribe if you're new. And Dave has already done that, Flying Mags. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. And, yeah, I do want to talk about Twitter bullies as well. I'm going to be real, guys. I would accept people that get bullied on Twitter. It's not on, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, if you don't agree with their opinions, just ignore them. That's what I do. Because at the end of the day, I get people slapped us off last week when I said that this carnage would not happen in Rome, what happened last week. I got absolutely ripped a good one, yeah. And some of the people apologise on DMs. I'll tell you something now. I don't want your apologies. Yeah, you chose to tell us to F off, sort of thing, yo. That's your choice. Cool. But don't say that and then come up with us and say that I apologise, I got it right. You're the one who backed this carnage, yeah? You're the one who actually backed it. This is why we will never, I repeat this, never get chosen for the 2030 World Cup. We're not host it. We're not host the World Cup. There's absolutely no chance. Because what happened last week, you got fans climbing over gates, pushing securities away, the police, whatever, that sort of thing, you know. And it's not good, isn't it? It ain't good. Has come forward again and keeper got down smartly to the safe. Still 34 minutes gone, nils each. And I just don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. But let's hope that we probably get fined. We probably get a game ban as well, like a stadium ban as well for what happened. And I just couldn't believe. I can understand. It's been 55 years since we've been to a major finals, yeah. But the police should have handled it a bit better. So they must have known what's going on, and they allowed this to happen. The security, by the way, is very poor. And I've been in Italy, and if you could go into stadiums, you have to have a ticket on hand and your passport on the hand. And if you haven't got a ticket within half a mile from the stadium, I'm sorry, you're going to get turned away. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. And yeah, it's got number 9 shirt. And David again, John, Callum Wilson's got the number 9 shirt this season, yeah. And Joe Linton has got the number 7 shirt. I mean, I said tongue-in-cheek sort of thing, like, and I seen Rob Zee's tweet today saying that there's he's going to get ready. He's going to wear the number 7 shirt back again, you know what I mean? And then people cuss us out and saying that I'm bullying him because he's got the number 7 shirt, yeah? I'm not going to mention the names who cussed us out, yeah? If you want to know, check it out. I'm not going to mention the names on my chat at this moment in time. I really, really won't. So, it's what it is. And we got Doncaster on Friday, another pre-season friendly. I think you got Burton Albion as well. And I want to see some improvements from the players. I want to see who's good enough and who ain't good enough. Because at the minute, we've got exactly the same players in the squad. There's no new signings because of the takeover, and ASM's been linked with Everton. I don't think going to Everton somehow because Rafa doesn't think he's a team player sort of thing. But yes, he wants him at Everton for £50 million. For me, that ain't enough. Nowhere near enough. Because the guy is so talented, super talented, but he needs to work on his final ball. That's all he needs to do. Work on the final ball. He's got everything. Work on the final ball, and it'd be absolutely fantastic. Can Bruce coach him further? Probably not. And go back on the Twitter bullying sort of thing. There's been plenty of that, especially from our fan base as well. It ain't tolerated. I will not tolerate that at all whatsoever. Because I tell you now, anyone bullies, they have us to have a word. Jason as well. Someone's lucky for some, but would it be lucky for Julian? And definitely not. And guess not. He'd still be the same player we had the past 2 seasons. I want to see Muto feature more. Do you know what it is, right? Can't get any worse. It cannot get any worse. I mean, you know what I mean? Because he works hard. Okay, he ain't going to score you a lot of goals, but his work rate is excellent, you know. I don't think he had a good time at Elba where he got relegated, right? I think he only scored 1 goal when he out on loan. Simple as that. But you just don't know. He's got way left on his contract. He may want to step it up. So to get all these admirers trying to get him on a fee next season, as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? But I do like Muto, but I just do not think he's going to get a chance under this fraud of a manager. I really don't. And talking off this fraud of a manager, let's be real. The fans are back in the stadium, and we are going to let them know how we feel. Because I'll tell you something now, Steve Bruce, for me, and I've said this before, is not my manager. He ain't going to manage Newcastle. I didn't want him here. Simple as that. So, who to care? And we've got 39 minutes coming up, and it's still nils each. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys are watching the game, but what are you seeing so far at the minute on 39? I'll be real. I haven't seen much. At all. We're still playing the same formation, still playing 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 3 midfield, and 2 up front. If you're going to play 3 at the back, I've got no problems with that whatsoever. I'd rather see a 3-4-3 or 3-4-1-2. This manager is so flipping defensive. It's unreal. Do you know what I mean? I want to see changes there. Do you know what I mean? You can keep your feet at the back, but have a 3-4-3 or 3-4-1-2. But the 3-5-2, wow, doesn't do it for us whatsoever. I said it from the off, mate. I never wanted Booze and still don't want him. I never wanted him. Never wanted him. I've got David. This may go somewhere paying for Willock's wages. I think Willock will come, but I like the other to say as well. Look what happened last season. I thought he had a decent season. Really had a good season as well, man. I quite like him. I think he's a quality defender. He really is. But again, I mean, a couple of bad injuries. Yeah, I get that. But he's come back. And then when Steve was asked about him at Lucerne, he goes, he's playing football somewhere, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't know that he's still playing for us. Muppets. And I've got David, we are poor. Totally agree. So far, as anything I've seen for York attack and run we have, wow, what else can you say? Are we not allowed to play to a limit sort of thing? Not being funny, but I haven't found anything good that I've seen this season. It's still boring Newcastle at the moment. But going back to the Arsenal one very quickly, sort of thing. I mean, fans having to go at Aubameyang because he's missed so many chances, yeah, and the fans are already worried about the new season. They're going to fork out 50 million on Ben White, and they do need a defender, and they're paying a lot of money. Is Ben White really worth £50 million? Really? I mean, he hasn't played for in the major tournaments. He hasn't won a league title. Yeah? But I heard people saying that you got to pay for premium price to British players because they're British. Excuse me. well, I don't really use that term. It's like me saying you got to pay 100 million for Federico Chiesa because he's Italian. You pay because the guy is absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? But Declan Rice, 80 million pounds, never won a title. Jack Grealish, 100 million, never won a title. Yeah, both England internationals, I get it, but they haven't won the title. Simple as that. Chiesa has. Oh, hasn't he? No, it hasn't, because the first season Juventus. Thomas, Garrett ain't even good enough for non-league. Because someone tell us what has he done at the minute? What has Dwight Gale done at this moment in time? What has he done? He hasn't done a lot, has he? Really? Why sign a new deal? I just don't get it. Man, oh man, unbelievable. Paul, after you, my guy, I hope you're okay. John, once takeover goes through, would you keep Steve Bruce? Would you give him a long-term contract? I think we should have done a fine. He should. He's done a fine job last season. Kept us from going down. Paul, I wanted Steve Bruce out before he even came in. Right? Let's be real. I never wanted him in the first place. Do you know what I mean? But Steve Bruce, for me, 2 wins in 21 games. Not for me, Paul. Sorry, mate. I mean, I know I could be wrong. You might be a fan of him. I don't know, but he's not my manager. I'll get him. As soon as take over Stone, get him out. Get him straight out. But thanks for that, mate. Ben, it's not worth that much. Just because he's called up, whether I'm playing or not, it adds an extra 20, 30 million pounds to their price tag. 50 million pounds. Wow. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it at all whatsoever. Because if he's worth 50 million pounds, right, let's be real, I'm sure obviously going to be so priced. I think Ben White is so overpriced. He definitely is that. And if it's how we've got to play this year, we're going to be in for a long season. David, I said that, and it's going to be a long season no matter what. Because at the end of the day, we need his takeover so badly. And he's playing, 42 minutes gone, still nils each. It's nothing to report about. They're right home about, man. But I will touch on the takeover, right? And I'll post on a tweet if we do get a takeover. I hope journalists like Luke Edwards gets banned from the stadium. He should be banned. Simon Jordan should not turn up and leave as well. These people who thinks the takeover is not going to happen does not want to take over. In fact, the people who don't want to take over the happen in Newcastle, I wouldn't even go letting anyone near the club. They should be gone. Because I'll tell you something now, they don't deserve to be at Newcastle. Yeah? Let's hope we get a takeover. And I've banned a lot of them. Luke Edwards will be top of the list. I'm telling you that for now, because this guy, and I don't tweet him. I got no interaction, right? I'm not even blocked yet. But I tell you something, right? He should be banned because that guy is absolutely so negative. It's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? And he loves Steve Bruce that much. I'm not surprised that he hasn't shagged him yet. Let's be real about it. Do you know what I mean? Keeping Bruce and constantly fight relegation or get rid and fight for top half is no brainer there. Totally agree, man. Totally agree. I mean, let's be real about it. Newcastle come in, deep cross comes in. We got a corner for our troubles there. And nearly half time, and it's still nil. Should have been 2-0 by New at least. Wow. It's just such a boring game. Like, I mean, 2 corners each. I don't know how many shots on target we had because I've been spending time chatting to you guys at the moment. So this should be the last action before half time, and see if we score from it. That's cleared away, and it's still cleared away as well. So I'm glad Andy Carroll's left, by the way, because let's be real, sort of thing. He wasn't not great anymore. He is in the past, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm glad he's gone, and I wish him all the best wherever he decides to go. What do you think of Simon Jordan? I think it's a shit. I'll tell you what it is. Like, did you listen to Amanda's daily interview on TalkSpot on Friday? She absolutely busted him. Let's be real. Absolutely busted him. She blanked his question, sort of thing. And I don't blame her because I think Simon Jordan now is just being an absolute arse. He really is. Do you know what I mean? Don't get us wrong. He can talk sense sometimes, but when it comes to the takeover, he doesn't want Newcastle United to be taken over. Let's be real about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like watching England play for the side passing player. Wow. That's a goal kick there. 2 minutes of added time. In which would you keep Joe Linton, Henrik, or Gale in the Premier League team? Me, personally, I'll give it a lot of them. Let's be real. They aren't good enough, David. They are not good enough. But I wouldn't choose either. I mean, Joe Linton is not Premier League standard for me. Henrik, complete utter waste of time. And Girl, he's past it. He's not good enough for this level. I'd rather take a Dolphin on from Florida and give that Dolphin a chance. Do you know what I mean? Howie, Boost World. Simon Jordan has to play devil's advocate to Jim White. Still a knob, though. Yeah, he's trying to be balanced, isn't he? But you know, I know what Jim White is like, sort of thing. Don't get us wrong, but he's left Sky Sports now, hasn't he? So that's Neil's each by his half time. There's nothing to write home about. Let's be real. I know people's going to say, it's only friendly. Don't overreact. But at the end of the day, for the first 45 minutes I witnessed, has been exciting, hasn't it? You know. There you go. Back again. It's jumped again. So, yeah, can't wait for tomorrow. Thomas, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, mate. I mean, I've tried to get a hold of Paul, man, but just hasn't happened. So maybe he's a bit busy today. So we should see him tomorrow. Look, guys, it's half time. I'm going to take a bit of break and I should join you in a bit. Yeah. So the players are coming back out again for the second half, and is he gonna make any changes? Who's gonna come on? We're about to find out. Don't know what's wrong with my lighting here today, but doesn't look sensational. But there you go. I'm gonna read out some comments as well, by the way. I think I already read about Simon Jordan. Can't wait for tomorrow, John. I've seen that. And Neil Siege from G has not been impressive with the performance so far. It proves for the second half. 4-1-0 win, New York might snatch it at this rate. Under 23 are losing by a goal and nil. NUFC said, "Welcome to the show, my guy. It's only pre-season for FC Luck." I'm going to add something to that, yeah? If we play three, I'm going to ask this guy a question as well. If we play 3 games, right, in pre-season friendly, and we lost 2, drawn 1, and hardly create, would you be worried? Because I'll tell you something, I would. I'll be flipping worried if we don't perform. You know, okay, pre-season friendlies, I know you got to get match fit, etc. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, would you take that poor form from pre-season into the new season? I tell you what, I would not. I would not. And it looks like ASM is on, by the way. I don't mind, but Harrogate are League 2. They were non-league a couple of seasons again. Pretty cool. Got a few more here. Look where York are, and they're holding us at the wrong ground. Yep, just sums it up big time. Hello, mate. Out and about, Rob. Rob, I hope you're okay, mate. Bells are back on. And there's a crowd in the stadium. I can't hear. I think it's fell asleep. Do you know what? On the first half performance, I'll be asleep as well because it's absolutely quiet in the first half. And SM, the card has entered. We'll see. And I'm looking at tweets as well on the NUFC handle, that sort of thing. And half the people are not happy, especially Jeff Hendrick. That guy, honestly, why is he in the team? What's he doing in the team? What does he do? What does he actually do? I just don't get it. But what I'm saying is, we need to fix up very, very quickly. Otherwise, we are going to be in big trouble. And I did say I'm going to try and get a guest on as well. I did promise. What's this way? Just goes to. This is what I'll do. I'll get it on me. Click on my streams. And yeah, I've got ASM for Callum Wilson. What was thinking? Again, yes, I know it's silly offending, but why that sub? I would have took off Henrik. But Steve Bruce don't want to change his 3-5-2. Remember, he doesn't do tactics. Am I right? He does not do tactics, yeah? Sums it, doesn't it? Absolutely sums it. I'm going to get 2 guests on the chat as well. I did promise. And I think it's the same 2 as came on from Italy Spring game. Yes. I just cannot believe that first half. I know it's a friendly, but oh man, I mean, let's show it. Quickly bad. I'm gonna get to guess on as well. What I'm doing here. Still having problems with my screens at the minute. It is rather embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, still nils each. Cut up to the 50th. It's so hot in here. So yeah, is anyone going back to the stadiums next month? I mean, I could go back, but at the end of the day, I just got work commitments as well, so I cannot really go to much matches this season. So what else can I do? Be nice to go back, but if it was a takeover, I'd definitely be straight back. And let's hope that you get new runners at the club and see what happens on that one. So, but it's been very quiet on the transfer front as well in Newcastle at this moment in time. And it looks like ASM is down at the minute. Doesn't look good, doesn't it? Still having screen problems. I'm going to get Jason on. How's Jason, you at, mate?
All right, John, how you doing?
To be honest with you, I'm just bored at the minute. I'm bored.
Ain't we all? Ain't we all?
Honestly, it's not been a good game.
It's not really been all that entertaining so far. Sad to say.
Not for me, it's not. Not for me at all. And I tell you what as well, but I was seeing on tweets of the first half of the game, and people are just being overreacting, and people are reacting on Twitter. People are saying they're not good enough, and Jeff Hendrick's getting ripped a good one as well, mind you. Do you know what I mean? So hey,
Jeff Hendrick is just useless. We got him on a free. Yet I still think that we were just absolutely done by it.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think he got a free kick, by the way, on the edge of the box.
A free kick or is it a penalty? He's in the box.
It's all of the other. I was looking on the messages as well, but at the end of the day, it looks like a free kick. But they're really targeting ASM, though. They're really targeting him, by the way.
Everyone targets him. He's constantly out injured because everyone keeps kicking him.
I know. That is the thing. And, you know, he needs a bit of magic sort of thing. But what I'm looking for this season, what I'm looking for, I don't want to be just ASM. I want to see other players have a go as well. Do you know what I mean? Not just him.
Definitely. I want to see more attacking football as well. I don't want us to keep sitting back all the time.
I don't. You know what it is, right? If we have a go and get beat, okay, fair enough, I take it. But at the end of this, just the way we play football, Jay. Do you know what I mean? And
exactly. Who's taking this?
I think it's got to be Richie or Fraser. That's been blocked by the way. I'm not just blocked again. So it's
blocked, yep.
Blocked twice.
That was poor. That was very poor.
Yeah, man. Just go through his messages as well. Bunch of Karens. David, it's the type of thing we've got to have to see happen as long as Boots stays in Newcastle. Well said, David. Well,
exactly. That's all we're going to see.
Flipping it. I think it's obvious Jones isn't back with the squad yet. He's got 3 weeks off, by the way, because of the European year 2020. Yeah, they are the subs. We'll see in the Prem before he came in last year. You know what it is, right? I'm not looking forward to the season now. I'm not.
I think I said when I saw the fixtures release that February is a time we need to be safe, because of the fixtures after February, we ain't safe by then. We ain't going to be safe at all.
Not at all, mate. Not at all. But I tell you what it is. Right? But I mean, we need this tape. I said this before. We need this takeover so badly.
We do.
And I've always said that. If you don't get a takeover, and this is a squad we're going to have with, or we have no work, we are in serious bother. Do you know what I mean? Because ASM can't do it on his own. Callum Wilson cannot do it on his own. But the rest of them, we need to fix up. I mean, I don't know if you seen my tweets yesterday. I mean, I said about Joe Linton saying that he ain't playing quality, and is he worth the number 7 shirt?
He isn't. I'm glad glad the 9 has been taken off him, and maybe that may ease the pressure on him. But it really doesn't matter what shirt number you got on. He was awful for the 2 seasons that we've had him. Yes, I admitted he had a better season last season than his first season, but he's still not good enough.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Paul Paul did the same thing. I mean, yeah, he's improved a little bit, but I want to see a hell of a lot more from this guy. I want to see him scoring double figures this season. I mean, I said it's a good point here. I'm not going to mention who said it yesterday, but I tell you something, right? I mean, excuse me, the same people who cussed us out, right? They apologized to us on DM. I don't want to apologies. I don't want to shove your apologies. Like, you know what I mean? You're the one's backing this guy. You know what I mean? I cannot support. I cannot back or I cannot support. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I'm not cussing Joe Linton out. He's just simply not good enough in Newcastle. He's not.
He's not scored double figures in his entire career.
Correct. I'm not trying to tell that to people. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. I mean, he ain't good enough. He ain't not good enough for Newcastle. And how many more chances are you going to give him? How much more are you going to persevere with this guy? How much more are you going to stand by him? Do you know what I mean? It's just simply ain't good enough. Look, I never abuse a player, but it's like me. If I'm for a job and I deem not good enough, it's not because I don't like it. It's deem I can't do my job.
That's why I keep on the case about Muto. He played well against Man United and he got a goal. He played well against Leicester. I think he got a goal then as well. But every time he's done well, he keeps getting constantly dropped. And you've got someone like Joe Linton who will play every single game a season, not be on any type of form, and he's constantly still getting games. I feel sorry for Muto that doesn't get games, and I want to see him given chances.
I do as well. I do. Excuse me. Listen, you ain't going to set the world alight, but it's movement and running, right? He wants to point to prove. He's got, 12 months left on his contract. He wants to impress. So, if I suit us the next season, do you know what I mean? He'll give him a chance, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I got David here. Joe Linton never improved. Bruce dragged the rest of the squad down to his level. Well,
it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me.
Let's be real about it. Let's be honest about it. Because I've watched the end of the first half, right? I haven't seen that improved in the first half at all whatsoever. Now it's been improved.
I've not really seen nothing. What? You're playing the Vanarama National League North?
Yeah.
And 58 minutes in our 58th minute, and they're still holding us to a 0-0.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
It's embarrassing.
You know, I don't care what people see it. It's embarrassing. Honestly, the only person who I'm impressed with is Callum Watts. He's the one I'm impressed with. The rest of them, I mean, I'm sorry.
Dan Langley's done pretty well. He's made a couple of good saves.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's done well.
6'7". He is very tall. What, 20 years old? He has got a bright future ahead of him.
Hasn't he just? The thing is so right, Jay, we are blessed with great goalkeepers over the years. When you think about it, yeah, we had Jay Given, guys. He's been fantastic.
We never gave Fraser Forster a chance.
Nah,
what happened to him?
Went to Celtic and made it big there. Celtic, didn't he?
Celtic, Southampton. He was making it.
He came back on a season-long loan, back to Celtic, and made a difference. He made 5 world-class saves in the first half against Rangers, man. And I mean, Fernando Morales should have scored a hat-trick in that first half, but Fraser Forster, outstanding.
Never gave him a chance.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. And I want to see Fiesa make it this season as well, man. ASM's on his amazing runs, and
that's a nice run. Oh, bad finish. I think he got clipped there as well, maybe.
And he did, man. On another day, another way, I think he would have got a free kick.
Oh, I think we have the Longstaff brothers coming on.
We sure do. Hendrick's still on the pitch. This is the flipping thing.
Why have you not taken Hendrick off? He is awful.
Fraser's coming off as well, by the way. Richie, is it?
No, that is Hendrick.
Hendrick's off, yeah, I agree.
Hendrick and Fraser.
Yeah, and the Longstaffs are coming on as well.
About time, might actually get somewhere now.
You're expected a raft of changes as well, by the way. We got Doncaster on Friday, by the way.
Doncaster on Friday, that. A bit more tougher than this one.
I know.
I feel the under-23 should have played this one. It'd be more better for them, and we should have played Harrogate with them being in a higher division. Giving us lower league teams is not really going to help us, for when we come up against the big teams.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I'm trying to get David on as well, sort of thing, but I think he's busy as well. But Paul's busy today, and I'm back on tomorrow for the Horseman Show tomorrow, so please check us out for that. Paul's Horseness, along with PD, and Bazak coming back as well. Oh, the Yorks nearly scored there. It's a lovely move, man.
York are playing pretty well.
I'm not going to lie, I think they're playing really well. Yeah, Hendrick and Fierce are off.
Wanted to see a much better performance from Fraser, and not seen that at all.
Nah, I just don't really want to be at the club. He doesn't really want to be here.
He doesn't. We got him for free, so we're going to get a profit on him no matter what if we sell him. Just get rid of him, generate some funds.
I think it's on 70 grand a week, Fiercer.
That is way too much. The way he's been playing, not worth it.
Nah, 70k a week he's on. Who's going to pay that? Who's going to pay the money? Who's going to pay 70 grand a week for Ryan Fraser? Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you see that John Gibson from Everything's Back Alright podcast. Yeah. And he's also on MC Matters on the Thursday night. I tell you what, he gave Ryan Fraser such a scaring. Such a scaring, I'm telling you. And he's absolutely right. And John Gibson, if you haven't heard of him, he's absolutely brilliant in mind. Do you know?
I've seen a couple of his podcasts.
He's right. Him and Andrew Musgrove.
I've seen the way he rips into Joel Linton as well. It's pretty entertaining to watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rip him a good one. Do it more. God, David, last time we played Doncaster in the friendly, Kevin King's in charge for a while, then left. Hope the same happens to Bruce. Yeah, I want that guy manager off. This is the thing, mind. The fans will be back in the stadiums, right? And if he doesn't fix up, the fans will let him know about it.
They will. They'll be booing him from the moment he comes out the tunnel. But we all know Bruce keeps on saying he won't walk away. He loves the club. The only way he's going is if he's sacked, and Ashley ain't going to sack him.
He's got 12 months left on his contract, so that's his final one.
If the takeover happens, he'll be gone as soon as it's completed.
Talk about takeover. I mean, did you see Amanda Staveley?
She is brilliant. I love her. I absolutely love her. She is amazing. She don't let no one say anything about her. Someone's down talks her, she has an instant reply.
Oh, Simon Jordan, eh?
I could not stop laughing. The moment he opened his mouth, she put him straight back down.
Totally agree. Totally agree. She asked her twice. Had Saudis walk away? No, they haven't walked away. They have not walked away. If they walk away, they would have done so. Do you know what I mean? They haven't walked away. But the takeover takes 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Right? And they made us wait 17 weeks. 17 weeks, by the way. And I'll tell you what, I hope that DeMarco and this last sort of thing hit them home to them. Do you know what I mean? But this has got to have to happen soon. It has to happen. It has to be public. It has to be public.
It does. Definitely has to be public.
And this is not what the Premier League do not want. That they do not want it to be public. They want it to be private, so we don't know about it. But let me tell you something. Right? I mean, they know. The Premier League know. One of them's going to be in public. The cat's going to be in public on all that. But the arbitration goes public. It gets us a takeover.
It's obvious they're hiding something. They're trying to find that little bit of detail to put against us, and they're not going to find it.
They won't find it. They won't. But that is down to the arbitrator sort of thing. They should say, right, you know what? You had long enough to sort things. So let's get the show on the road, right?
Exactly.
And if they cannot get that, if they cannot find this, you know what? Pass the takeover. Just pass it. Give our fans hope. And I had a tweet today of someone saying that the Premier League are trying to force the PIF or trying to tell PIF to go to Tottenham rather than Newcastle. If that is true, what does that say about the Premier League?
If they were to go to Tottenham, it'd go through instantly. It'd be over and done with within a matter of days.
Oh, it's close. Nil Edinton's goal and goal. And the keeper had to make it safe. Go on, mate. Go on.
That was it. If they were to go to a big club, the Big Six, then it would be over within a matter of days. Just because there's another club that are wanting to be a part of that circle, they don't like it. They don't want to have competition from other clubs. They want to stay in their own little group.
Corrupt. It's corrupt.
It's really corrupt.
Corrupt. I'm not being funny here, but at the end of the day, right, the Premier League is no more. It's the Big Six League. That is it. The Big Six League.
You might as well just call the six, the Big Six. Just put them in their own little league and call that the Super League.
Have a breakaway.
Oh, it's not fun when you have the same teams always getting the big players or all the trophies. You want some competition elsewhere. Like you've got Rangers and Celtic being the big teams that have ruled Scotland for a long time. Now you're getting the fact that Aberdeen are getting into the fray and everyone else. Now it's just the Premier League. They always stick to the same teams. They're protecting the same teams. Let other teams have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing, right? I mean, the Saudis bought Formula One. They bought the Super Cup, right? They bought
McLaren. They're British.
It's Disney.
They're letting the Saudis take a claim in F1, which is the company that they're going for. McLaren, I think it was, and they're British. Yet they can't go for a British football club.
Exactly. Exactly. That tells us everything that you need to know. The Premier League said, no, we're not going to have Newcastle being a big club. It's as simple as that. And I think two more comments here. Thomas says, one each in how good game with eagle eyes. And David, I think you make a good point here. Levy and Spurs board were linked to Perry for 3 years ago. That ship sailed because Levy wanted more money. And I can tell you why he did not want to sell the club. Spurs weren't keen at the time. That upset the Saudis. They will not go back to Spurs. Yeah. So that would have got past. Why did it not get past us? The problem is, right, Jay, the problem is, I'm going to say it, right, they don't want anyone, the 14 other clubs, including us, don't exist anymore. Don't exist anymore. They don't.
They don't.
And it just rushes all our fans up. I mean, one thing I'm going to say on live as well, I mentioned earlier on, Holly, big up to Holly, done that show. I mean, she's done a fantastic job in London, you know, and big up to her. Big up to her, man.
She was really brave to do that and to front it as well.
16 years old, right? And guess what? She has done a lot of people on tweets saying that, would you allow a 16-year-old lass to do a thing like that?
It shows that she has the heart and she has the passion to do it.
Totally agree. Big up to her, man. Big up to her. And you know what? It just goes to show what we want. I mean, what's 300 people turned up for that? And the Premier League still won't budge.
What gets me is it wasn't even broadcasted on any of the news channels at all. It was completely blanked by everyone.
Well said.
Absolute joke.
Absolutely well said. Absolutely well said. That's all I can say. Because I tell you something, right? I mean, if I was the man of Staveley, right, I'll ban Sky Sports as well. I say, you know what? You didn't help us for the takeover. Why should we help you? You know what I mean? Get lost. How it?
Exactly. What's Sky Sports News' slogan? I tweeted that out the other day. It was where was it?
Oh. I totally agree. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, right? I mean, I think Luke Edwards should be banned as well, by the way.
They just all should go. Let fresh faces come in.
Yeah. I think Amanda Staveley will do with his bizarre is trying to veto the tit or that sort of thing as well. Some of the people from Sky, I flip and ban them as well. Some of them, yeah. Luke Edwards, yeah. I'll get Miguel Delaney, get him out as well. You know what I mean? Oh, nearly close. Let's be real about it. I mean, I'm not being funny, right? But we're having a go 1 or 2 chances. But the bottom line is, we aren't doing anything, man.
It's the end product. It's just not working for us.
And we get fans all over the country, sports Newcastle, right? Want the best for the club. And the Premier League have strangled our club. Strangled our club.
They have indeed.
I'm still waiting for David to come on here now, but yeah, haven't done so yet. But
the Sky Sports News slogan, your home for sports news. Yeah, if it doesn't feature the top 6 or any other big clubs around Europe, they ain't interested. Definitely
not. Not interested in that. And you know what it is, right? That's why I devote more to the Italian League, because it's open, it's for everybody. You know what it is, right? You got 3 teams promoted, right? Empoli, Salernitana, Valencia. They all got promoted, right? And you know what? They're not going to get left out of Serie A. They're not, because they're going to get as much live games as possible as well, because they're terrific. Those 3 are terrific football clubs. They really are.
You have massive teams in Serie A, in Italy.
Huge.
I can remember when Siena used to be a big club back in the day when Lazio were winning the league.
I'll change Siena to Fiorentina. Siena are a big club. They're a lovely club. They're not a big club.
Also wear the black and white stripes.
They
Did back then anyway.
They do. Newcastle's going forward. I don't know if you've seen it. Pause it back.
Oh, nice save.
Point blank.
Nice save. Richie as well.
You're right. He should be the captain for Newcastle. Him. What are the captains?
He's really vocal. He's really passionate and emotional. He's perfect captain material. The Sells just isn't the same as what he used to be. 73 minutes gone and we're still 0-0. It's horrible.
Not good enough, are we? I mean, people's going to say, it's only a friendly, yeah? But I'm judging by the 90 minutes off this game.
Friendly or not, you should still get a win against these. Panorama League North. That's what?
It's embarrassing, man.
5 leagues below us?
Yeah. Good cross. Oh, man.
Making them look like a championship side.
At the minute. I just don't know what's going on there at the minute. I really don't. 74 minutes gone, 75 minutes coming up. I mean, Steeper's going to come on and say, we had a good run out.
It's always going to be the same excuse. Well, we played well.
You know what it is, right? I'm not being funny here, but still just getting the same, Josh. I mean, I've got to do the press conference reaction, what he says on a Friday. I'm going to have to do that.
Painful.
You know what? And I think at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to get... I don't know what to say, man. But we have got to hit the ground running.
If we can't beat York, then we've got no hope against opening the season against West Ham.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? I mean, if we don't win this game, we don't win Dogstad or Burton, I'll be worried. Going into the new season. And then people are going to forget about these pre-season friendlies, like going to the West Ham game, right? I ain't going to forget it. I'm going to say, look, we had a poor pre-season friendly, poor pre-season, right? Going into the new season, right? If you can't get it right in the pre-season, how are you going to get it right in the main event? Good running, but it's then go on. Go on. Oh, great defending again, man. I tell you what, York defence are on overdrive. They're overdrive in a minute.
You only had to do was take another touch around him and knock it in.
That was brilliant block there. Brilliant block. That's a big chance there, man.
If you look at our past couple of seasons, past couple of pre-seasons, we have been humiliated by at least one team. We got humiliated by Leyton Orient about 2 years ago. And then last season, we got humiliated by Middlesbrough. Who's going to be our humiliation this year? By the looks of it, it's going to be York.
Yeah. At a minute. You're right, but we got beat. You said 2 years ago, didn't you, for Leyton Orient? It's actually 12 years ago. Is it 12 years ago? Yeah, 12 years ago. And then Kevin Nolan and Adam Smith and Joey Barnes come out and say, do you want to play for this club? You don't want to play for this club? Get out. And that's exactly what they've done. I'm going to try to get some Twitter in a minute. Twitter messages here. And and the fans aren't happy, mind you. They're not happy at all.
They're not. I'm looking at it as well.
And then people go, and I mean, don't get us wrong. I'm not overreacting. I'm just saying that we're just being poor.
It is very nice to see a female ref in the middle of the pitch as well. They're finally getting their chances.
Absolutely. She's done a good job as well, by the way. Very good job at this moment in time. And I've got Jim from Singapore. Still plenty of time for all our teams to urinate us. Frankly, after the highs of the Euros, it's difficult to get back in the mediocrity at NUFC. He's spot on.
It is.
Yeah, man. Spot on. What else do all us to say out of that? What else can we add? Not a lot.
Like we've been saying throughout the whole of the Euros, it's just like watching England play is just like watching Newcastle play. It's just not interesting to watch, yet we can pull out a result that'll just please everyone.
Yeah. And these are the same players that we played for us last season. There's no new players, no new faces.
We always buy players for the youth, and we never see them come through.
Correct.
Focus on the first team and not bring stupid players like Kraft and Hendrick and Joelinton into the team that are not going to improve us. We need players that are going to make us stronger and more of a force, not ones that are going to take us a step backwards.
Exactly. But unfortunately, I'm not being funny, but it's just the same old. I mean, West Ham, then we've got Villa away. Southampton at home. Then you got Man U away. Then you got, I think it's Leeds.
Goes on.
Sub for sub, isn't he?
Exactly. I hate when the teams do that. I really hate when they bring a sub on and then they end up subbing them off. It's a waste of a substitution.
Yeah. Totally agree, kid. Totally agree.
It also goes to prove that Gale has not done a decent job if he's being subbed off.
I tell you what, he cannot play for us again.
Championship, he was an absolute beast, scoring so many goals for us. He's not all right. Fair enough. He's not had much of a chance in the Premier League, but when he has been given that chance, he's not impressed.
Exactly. Here's a point for you. I'm gonna say this, right? It's not I'm gonna go as an absolute statement. We're injured away. We're injured away, or Wilson injured away from this, and we're gonna have a crisis.
It is. We rely on him to get all of our goals.
Way too much. Way too much.
It's not like Joelinton's going to get any. He's going to be a major threat. He's got the build. He's got the height, but he just hasn't got the ability.
Totally agree. How many bodies do you foresee us bringing in? We're not going to get none. New one. Early Willock, and that's it. Early Willock.
We're going to rely on the freebie market and bring in another Jeff Hendrick. That's just going to be completely useless. Maybe bring Willock in on loan, and that'll probably be our only signing.
That's it. I mean, people say we're overreacting, this and that. We're not overreacting. We're just speaking the truth. We say it out like it is on the show. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You be straight with us. Be straight. Say it how it is, and that's it.
I was the first to complain when Willock first came in, saying, why are we bringing in a kid when we could bring in someone with more experience? And yet I was made to eat my words because Willock turned out to be amazing, and I'll quite happily have him back.
Yeah. True. Subbed off. Absolutely subbed off. And when you get a man, when you get a player on and you get subbed off on the same game, then that tells everything that you need to know. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know. But we're back to square one. We're back to square one. We're in an absolute mess again.
York want this more. It's just a hit and hope for us.
Every time. We don't even look fit. We don't even look fit.
I was expecting more from Fraser. But
A lot more.
He only seems to perform for Scotland, and then he's non-existent for the rest.
Exactly. Every single time. You think about it, right? He was after Christophe Ayer, right? That's wise. He was after £6 million, right? 6 million. He wanted to come to Newcastle, right? So
he should have made that happen there and then.
Guess who's going to go off to? He's going to bypass us and go to London for Brentford. £13.5 million.
Should have jumped straight on that. Don't leak it to the press. Just go straight in, nab them, then leak it.
Totally agree. Now, all we are just a shop window club. That's all we are, a shop window club. You go in the shop, window shopping or window shopping club, you go in, that looks nice. I'll come back another time. And you never turn back up again, don't they?
Exactly. We're linked with every player under the sun, but we never bring anyone in. Exactly. It's always the same excuse. Oh, we couldn't get it over the line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, did you actually put a bid in the first place or not?
It gets the player. And if that means add an extra couple £1 million, right, to get the player, do it.
Take out Bruce's wages. I mean, it's not like he deserves it.
He's only on £1 million a season, him.
Just take that $1 million and put it up towards another player. Make him manage for free. If he loves the club that much.
He doesn't. He clearly loves the club, but he just want to run it to the ground. Like, do you know what I mean? Any other club he would have had to win, but not Newcastle. We've got a quarter ball away. Oh, just a chin. Surely we need one more striker, centre back and a left back.
Striker, definitely. We need someone that's going to be more deadly than Callum Wilson. So if he gets injured, we've got someone to fall back on, not someone that we can't rely on.
Exactly. You're right. And I've got David here. If we win the shopping club, it must be Poundlands. That just sums it up, man.
Poundland with a 50% off sale.
That's all we are. Oh, look,
we always go for the bargains. We won't.
That's all we are.
The one time we go for a huge one and we bring in Joel, and that wasn't even worth 40 mil. Oh! Oh, we nearly lost. Man. We nearly lost. I was watching that. Oh, my heart was in my mouth then.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow. We nearly lost that.
Unbelievable. Could you believe that?
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Is anyone going to go to that? But there we go. Someone's going to go to the ball.
Our fitness. This is the thing. Our fitness is shocking.
It is. They played. Most of them have played. Most of them have played international, and most of them came back to the squad for training early, and there's no difference.
It's ridiculous.
Not that the training facilities are any decent anyway, but still, you should be fit enough to play.
Exactly. Totally agree. I mean, professional football athletes, you should be on, millions of pounds a week, hundreds of thousands of pounds a week, and you can perform. Then people got to answer us and say, yeah, but the thing is, it's our first game, you need match fitness. I'm sorry, but there are absolutely... Where do I start?
Wish I could earn what they're earning every week.
Crazy, man. Absolute joke. I've got John Burton here. John, hope you came, my guy. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Reece will be out before there has been 5 home games with the fans allowing back in their hound and moot. There's only one reason he'll survive last season because there's no fans. He's absolutely on the money.
Oh, no! No! 3 minutes to go, and we've just gone 1-0 down to a team that is 5 leagues below us. 5 leagues below us. Oh my God. Bruce out. Bruce out.
Gone. He's
Oh
gone.
my word. Bruce out. Get the. Oh my heck. Oh. Wow. Wow. And they're just standing there with their hands on their hips.
All of them. There's no talking,
Wow.
no shouting. It's a joke.
Why isn't Lascelles yelling at them? If Matt Ritchie was a captain, he would be up in their faces. We have lost this game. Regardless, there's 3 minutes to go. We have lost this game. Wow.
You're not combating this. Shambolic. That ball's going in. Would have summed up our club. Well, a minute later, it went in the back of the net. John, Nasser is on the live chat on the NUFC channel. I might join that.
Wow.
If they call us up, they'll like go on there sort of thing. We are an absolute disgrace. This is why no one should compare Southgate to Bruce ever again. Bruce couldn't tie Southgate's list. I tell you, I'll take Southgate all day long. But
I think I would take Southgate.
In that, yeah. Totally agree. This is the thing. Welcome to the Banter Club, everybody.
I'd even promote Graham Jones to manager of that rather than have Bruce. Graham Jones is more attacking.
Absolutely. This is the Banter Club and it's coming back to home again. Let's be honest about it, man. And then all these people, all these hipsters is going to come up and say, it's only a 3-season friendly. It's only one game. Yeah. But
you should be winning against a team that is 5 leagues below you.
Should be concerned that it's only one game.
Even take Wilson off for ASM. They both should have been on the field.
Exactly.
He's just clueless. Bruce is absolutely clueless.
I tell you what, I'm getting sick of this guy called Nath D, right? Nath_D. I'm kind of getting sick of this guy. This guy is beginning to round us up here, and he's going to hear it from us soon. He is going to hear it from us. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? The guy is an absolute, honestly, he's just come a bit of a dick, honestly, yeah? Let's be real. I'm sure he's a good lad, but he's complete and utter. Sorry. I hope he's listening to us. Then I've got Chienswell, tell us he'll be happy. You still feel something. And then, so if Nathan's got a happy performance, losing one of the games, York, by the minister, man, then cool.
Wow, I can't believe this. 3 minutes added on. We ain't even getting a draw.
Tell you what, under Bobby Robson, right? Under Kevin Keegan, we fight to the very, very end. No matter who you are, we fight to the end.
So Bobby would make them absolutely run themselves into the ground.
Exactly. Until he
was such a passionate manager. That is what a true fan of the club would make your team do. Not like Bruce, just stand there with your hands in your pockets and do nothing. He's not even vocal. He just stands there in complete silence.
Exactly. I've got David again. Cheers to the chat, guys. David, welcome anytime, mate. I'm going to get Paul on next time. And when Paul comes on, make sure you comment, man. The guy is absolutely funny. He's my bro, and I love him to bits, you know. A bright light on a shitty game. David, you're like, always say to people, like, if you're watching this game in America, if you're watching it in Canada, or you're watching a game from Singapore, whatever it may be, sort of thing, just go to bed. You don't want to watch this shit. Let us do the worrying.
Pile the misery on us. Why not?
Go to bed. Let us stress about this. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're here for.
We stress too much on this.
This is going to be a long season for us. I really do. I think the players want this takeover to happen.
Everyone wants this to happen.
I got Chi, and so Bruce stands there in silence because he's clueless, he's jello, and does now to change the game. He couldn't even change his bloody underwear sort of thing, Chin. Let's be real. And if I was in Singapore, mate, I mean, as much as I love you, mate, I'd just say go to bed, mate. Just get yourself to bed. Or if the weather is hot, get yourself, do something like, you know.
And it is very hot today.
It's a joke. I tell you what, it's just a banter club again, man. We are a banter club. And people now, I hope people now, Gia, come out and put their names, show some respect, put the respect back in my name, right? And say I've been right all along. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Everyone's got their own opinions, and they're right to their own opinions.
Yeah. I got cheering as well. No way, I love the tune, bro. It's soft until the end. Plus, there's a bright spot of this live stream. Thanks very much, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, kid. You know what I mean? I love to see Paul do a watch along. I love to see Paul do a watch along. I'll tell you something, man. He will be spitting mad. Him. It'd be like what do you call it?
It'd be raging like no one's business. He would be so bright red. He would be raging. I love Paul's raging. Absolutely love Paul. He's an absolute legend.
Great guy, isn't he? He's a great guy. And it's 93 minutes gone. We're gonna lose this game. We're gonna lose this game.
I was hoping Paul would be on so I could get some ice cream and start doing a show for him like Dave did.
He'll come on. He'll come on. He'll come on. Because I love Paul. I think he's a great guy. He really, really is. That's my guy. He speaks the truth and he is honest. None of these so-called hipsters hiding behind their keyboards and pretending that they're Joe Linton fans or players that back up the fans that aren't good enough. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All those hipsters coming. I'll tell you something, man. We are absolutely ridiculous, man.
Awful. Lost it right at the end. Oh my god.
And people is gonna say, it's only a friendly. Stop being harsh. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm judging.
You have to be harsh on this. Pre-season friendly or not, you would still expect to beat a team that is 5 leagues below you. They're virtually like on the point of being part-timers.
Coached by Steve Watson, by the way.
Well, it shows that Watson is a better manager than. Oh my god! Look at Bruce with that hat on. What a sight to see!
Off,
oh my god!
Take it off. I know it's only pre-season. What can I say for this York 1 Newcastle 0? What can I say, man? What have we improved? What have you improved? Any plus points?
Nothing. We're taking steps backwards. We're a championship, if not League One team. This is not the performance of a Premier League side.
Exactly. I'm sure David have credit to come. Yeah, David have plenty to say. He'll have plenty to say, like when he comes on, sort of. If I can get him. David, if you want to come on, mate, I send you a link. Come on, mate, and have your say.
5 leagues below us. We have just got owned, and they kept a clean sheet against us. Cannot believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even think about using the excuse to say the heat got to them, because they were playing in the exact same heat.
Unbelievable, man. Totally agree. Have a good one as well, by the way. Speaking of League One, I fear for us if we play the Mackhams now. That's how bad we are. Do you know what it is, right? I'm not being funny. If we play the Mackhams, right, we're not winning that.
We've got the players to beat them, but with Bruce, we would lose. As much as it would hurt to see, we would lose.
Exactly. Absolutely crazy, man. I put on here, I know it's only pre-season, but this is a very poor effort. Also, do the players look fit?
Not at all. Not at all.
Joke, isn't it?
They come back early for pre-season, and they still can't do the job.
Crazy, man.
At least the youngsters actually scored against Harrogate.
Yeah, it was a good header, by the way. It was a good header. It went over his heat and then into the back of the net. Yep, Bruce makes us less than the sum of our parts. It's insane. And this is the thing, right? I mean, people's going to have to understand now, Reece. You look at it, I watched the whole of the 90 minutes. The players did not look fit. We tried to shots being blocked as well. And noticed as well. And then
taking off players that shouldn't have been taken off.
Exactly.
Unless Wilson had an injury, then I'd understand it. But bringing on ASM for Wilson, those two need to be on together to be able to click together.
Exactly. Just got a tweet off the United fan. I mean, I put a halftime score. Darren said, "It's not meant to. It's not meant to. It's all about fitness, now else." Right? And Kim, Man U fan, came on, defended us, and said, "It's also about winning." Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kim. Thank you. She's my best friend on Twitter, by the way, and I'm her best friend on Twitter as well. And she's a red.
I'm hurt.
You know what I mean? See, look, she's shut them down very, very quickly. Let's be real about it, yeah? But this is the same players that we had last season, right? I'm not being funny, but you just said it there. Under Bob Robson, they would have shown great effort and determination. I watched AFTV the other day, right, yesterday, right? And the fans haven't got Aubameyang. When they played against Hibernian, I think it was Hibernian, or was it Rangers? Aubameyang missed a hat trick of chances, yeah? You would have thought he buried it, and he didn't, yeah? And the fans, are absolutely furious, yeah? I'll be absolutely worried based on what I watched today. Honestly, you know what I mean? And you know what?
I would still take Aubameyang.
We get relegated, right? If you have a poor season, yeah, come back to that. Thank you. I'll get ripped apart here.
It will.
And I've got a tweet here that says, "John, the players never looked fit last season, so I don't expect them to be fit this season either. I'd love to know what Steve Bruce does in training." Well said, baby.
What Steve Bruce does in training is he gets a bacon baguette and he starts eating it, and that's it. He says, "Run around for a bit, lads, and then go inside and help yourself to some bacon. But you won't find the bacon because I've already eaten it."
Exactly. Too much lard on a bacon, too much bread, too much puddings, too much cakes. You know what I mean? We haven't got a fitness manager, fitness trainer at all. Do you know what I mean? That's what we need. Someone, a fitness instructor. Someone is going to work on their fitness as well. Do you know what I mean? But this is the manager that doesn't do tactics. Am I right?
Exactly. He even admitted it himself in his 20-year managerial career. He does not do tactics. He hasn't. I think he also said he hasn't even got his badges because they didn't need badges back then. So he's not even a trained manager.
Exactly. And you know what? And I'm not being funny here, Irish. I've got some more coming out, by the way. I've got Thomas. Me granny nursing home friends would be better than this. Not only that, Tom, to be fitter as well than the hipsters we watched today. Thomas, and in early 95. Do you know what? Speak to them. I'll see want to play for Newcastle United. Okay. We pay the wages for them, right? We pay for the food, right? No problem. Yeah. Go out there and give us the role. But let me tell you something, right? They'll put on more effort than the ones we asked for today. And people say, it's only a friendly, yeah. I'm sorry, don't match fit. You should be fit for any game. You got to be fit anyway. They must have put on half of them and stolen half of those players, you know.
You return to training, you do all those training, and you get ready for that game. And you wasn't even ready for that game.
No. And I've got Kevin as well. The point of pre-season is to get fit, John. Yeah? Go and see Sav's. Go and see Sav Mondo's tweet, right? She said, right, and she's right, the players aren't fit enough. Do you know what I mean? It's not all about getting fit. It's not just getting fit, Jay. It's all about winning as well. Man United beat Derby today 2-1. Still won again, yeah?
Like I said, you're playing a team that's 5 leagues below us. You would expect to win, regardless fit or not.
Yeah.
These are a bunch of part-timers, as they usually are in that league.
Exactly.
And we can't even get a win over them. We lose 1-0. They keep a clean sheet against us.
Yeah.
It is shocking.
It's embarrassing.
And we played our senior team as well. How has this even happened? Our youngsters played a team higher in league, and they even score against them. You feel the youngsters should be the senior team than the senior team.
You're right. I'll look at it, right? I mean, I'll look at it, right? I mean, it's Tessa. Who's the manager of York City?
Watson.
Yeah, he's playing for Newcastle. Yeah, they're actually able to kick a ball into the net. And Jordy as well, welcome to my guy. York City are the same level as Gateshead, Blythe, Spennymoor, while we are supposed to be a Premier League team. And you know what?
It's supposed to be a Premier League
supposed to be a Premier team, Premier League club, right? The bottom line is, right, we aren't good. They're there, but what I've witnessed, they did not look fit. They did not look fit at all whatsoever.
Not one bit.
A lot of players I've noticed, right, they're trying to just don't really want to be on the pitch today. They couldn't be bothered. They'd rather be on their holidays. Sorry, you're back in pre-season. That's it. So you're talking about Blythe Butchers. Blythe Butchers. I tell you what, I don't know who works in Blythe Butchers. I tell you who, they would have put on the flipping, they would have put on the show. And I got Aaron Ruda as well. I tell you what, I think Bristol City will have a better pre-season than us, by the way. They even
will have a better pre-season than us.
Wow. I don't know what happened at Ashton Gate, but one thing I will say, right, I think Nigel Pearson do a cracking job with Bristol City this season. And I can guarantee you one, they'll be in the top 6. They will be in the top 6 under this manager, I'm telling you. But the thing is, the Newcastle fans as well, again, I mean, we have got a toxic fan base, haven't we? We have got a toxic fan base.
We have. There's not really much togetherness. There's always someone writing at someone else.
You're right. I mean, if you think Arsenal's fan base is one of the worst, right? When they go on AFTV, when they get beat, we're not far away from them now. We're not very far away. We may as well pick them. And John, I will ring them and let you know. Please do, Thomas, yeah? I tell you, you might even get paid as well, man. You might even get some money for it as well. Thanks very much, man. And yeah, I've got some more tweets as well from
Where was Lejeune? Lejeune should have played.
Exactly. I'm not being funny, but I don't think he kick a ball first ever again. Not for Newcastle. And you know why? Because Steve Bush just doesn't rate him. It's as simple as that. I got Apple FN welcome to me chat first time I do believe. 1-0 to York, mate. 1-0 to York. And if you're a York fan, then listen, congratulations, mate. Congratulations on you, you know what I mean? And I've got a tweet here from Gary. He says, time to come back from your holidays.
They ain't even back. They're still miles away.
We're miles away. We're not fit. We're not match fit. I know. I can understand, right? But as a professional footballer sort of thing, you got to be fit anyway. But it's building up on your fitness. You should be fit anywhere, but it's building up on your fitness. Simple as that. I've got Geordie. Steve Watson's done a cracking job of both Gateshead and York, but that squad filled today should be capable of winning a match 5-0. Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree.
Yep.
And totally agree 100%. Do you know what I mean? We're supposed to be the Premier League club. And no disrespect to York, right? Not being funny, but York are sure doing a good job in the Vanarama League. They're doing really well. But at the end of the day, right, I'm worried after game 1. I'm worried after the first game. I said it last season, and I was literally right. And I'm saying it now. Because
first game back, and it's an absolute defeat.
Very worried already.
John, don't even get a goal.
John, off to the beach. I need to calm down. Where's your beach though, Thomas? If you are, I don't blame you, mate. I do not blame you at all. Drown your sorrows, mate. You know what I mean? It's not even worth us doing player ratings because it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? I cannot be bothered to do player ratings today, but I can tell you one thing: none of them ain't getting a rating today. There's two players going to get a rating today. 2 players.
The 2 youngsters.
The goalkeeper and Kellen Watts. The others could just start off. Do you know what I mean? And I got Lee as well. Like I said, Lee said as well, it shouldn't be all about fitness. It shouldn't be pre-season. Also be a chance to try new tactics and patterns of play. Seeing a few comments from fans saying, who cares about the result? I do. It's called a winning mentality. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tactics. Spot on with tactics, but Bruce doesn't do tactics. Try different tactics. Go 4-4-2. Go 4-4-3. 4-4-3. I wish 4-3-3. 4-3-3. We stick to the same. We never change.
Exactly. That is a brilliant tweet right there. Bang on the money. Bang on the money. That's absolutely right. It's not all about fitness. It's all about tactics. You've got to be fit going into the game. But what you're doing, you're boosting up your fitness. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? And I've got Geordie as well. Please smash the likes up, by the way, and please subscribe if you're new. And I do apologise about a delay earlier on because I was going to give you the team list as well, sort of thing. But I think people might have known anyway. And I've got Geordie. People might say it. Well, it's only a friendly, but win beats confidence. Imagine going into the season on a high instead of losing for the likes of York. It sets the tone for the season. Yeah, he's right. Do you agree with that then, Jay?
Yep, definitely.
Totally agree. And
if they can lose to York, then they'll be easy targets for us. That's what they'll be thinking.
I think Doncaster and Burton will be licking their chops.
They'll watch this and they'll say, right, just attack them. We'll get the win easily.
Exactly. And looking at that, I've got a tweet here from Mark Taylor, and he's on my NFC group chat. He sounds a good lad. He said, fans on meltdown again. It's a pre-season. Didn't we get hammered once in League 2 team pre-season? Yes, they against Leighton. Oh, that was 12 years ago. This is 12 years forward, you know. It's all about, like as we said, it's all about different tactics. Like Lee said on the tweet, different tactics. Change it. Change the tactics. Play different players in, you know. Keep them happy, you know. I want to see, in the whole of 90-minute games, play 5 different tactics, yeah? 4-4-2, then a 4-3-3, then a 3-4-3, then a 3-5-2 in these to be. Most importantly,
try something different. Don't keep sticking to the same thing because they're going to learn how to overcome it.
We're getting found out. We're getting absolutely found out. And then also, someone's a season ticket who's had a season ticket holder and he's kicking off, told him to calm the F down. Well, listen, he's got every single right to have a go. Do you know what I mean? Because for what I've seen today, I'll be worried. Very worried. And it's only the first game. Very worried. And you know what? I've seen managers being sacked after one game. In Italian football back in 1993, when a Cagliari coach called Gigi Radice, right? They spent a lot of money, right, in Cagliari, right? They got beat by 5 goals to 2. I think they got beat by 5 goals to 2 away from home, right? And they got sacked after one game. That is no word of a lie. I've seen managers being sacked after one game. And I got some tweets as well. I mean, Jinko said more like 0-0, but yeah, no matter. Kev, I love Kev the bit. I mean, he's a Scottish fan, Hibernian fan from Scotland. He said, the point of pre-season is to get fit, John. Kev, I love you, man. That's not the point. The point is, we've been saying, it's all about different tactics. You got to be fit, but you got to build on your fitness as soon as you go in. Yeah? So, I'm sorry, but I have to agree, disagree on there. I've got Jules, Bruce, get out, you inept man.
Exactly. Bruce out. Bruce out was trending from the moment that his name was brought up to be coming to the club. I did not want him anywhere near the club.
And do you think I should do a press conference reaction after the game, or is it not worth it for pre-season? Not really.
I think you've answered your own question there.
Absolutely no good. Oh, I forgot to say hello to you, by the way, Jules. Hey, John, hope you're good. Hope you're fine. And say hello to Jason as well. Don't ignore him because he's a good guy. And he said, good news, Joe Linton is injured. I don't want to wish any bad luck on any players. I'm not going to abuse any players. I'm not going to call them any bad names. The only thing I will say to them, if they're not good enough, I tell them they're not good enough.
Step up or get out. Simple as.
You've got it in one. And you got Decker as well, sent on a tweet. It's a preseason game. If you won 30 now or lost 1-0, both results won't make any difference at all to the season. I'm not being funny, but let's be real about it. You know, I think people will split, but for me, it's all about tactics. People say it's all about fitness, there's tactics as well. Change
And we
your
all
tactics.
know that he doesn't do tactics.
Exactly. Show us something different. Please show us something different, will ya? That's all you got to do. Show us something different, and then we leave you alone. But until then, if you've had the same thing, same order, you don't change things up, then you're going to get found out. He will never change. He is too, what's the one I'm looking for? Too stubborn in his tactics. A joke. Thomas,
Very
John
stubborn.
will make that's in a dungeon. And I didn't want him to be injured, just pure luck for us at the minute. Where you got Dwight Gale coming on to replace him, and he gets subbed off.
And every game that Joel Linton misses is another game for Hendrick. Do you really want Hendrick playing?
Nope. Why no? But I was going to say, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, yeah, sort of thing, because I've got things. So I'm just going for a few tweets. And Stephen Edgar as well made a good point. He said, as long as I actually still hear everything about Newcastle supporters, I don't care about the result. I don't care who signed a new contract. I don't care about new kits. It's all pointless. As long as Nashi is here, we are going absolutely nowhere. And I cannot agree better than that.
Most of the contracts were completely pointless. Should not have offered most from the contract.
Yeah. And Andy as well, Andy Ebbs sort of thing. He's basically saying, did you see the way ASM stormed off after the game? I'll be very worried about that. That is so damn true.
No, I must have missed that. I was just watching them all giving a good shake, giving all handshakes and then looking all down. Well, they should look down. They've just lost to a team 5 leagues below them. They got humiliated by part-timers.
Yeah. Too true. And if I'm doing there's a player, okay, called Vedat Bariki, right, that plays for Lazio, right? They paid some like £28 million, right, from Fenerbahce, right? Fenerbahce fleeced Lazio. They absolutely fleeced them out, sort of thing, because Lazio do not spend a lot of money on players, by the way. But their sports director, Igor Dari, right, he does not get the transfer dealings wrong. £28 million to pay on this lad, right, including bonuses and that, yeah. 1 goal in 27 games. And then he turned up to pre-season training, right? And I think there's a handful of fans came up to Lazio's training ground. And Maurizio Sarri, the coach, got up to him and just told the fans to back off, basically. Back off, and the fans listened to him.
The fans are not going to listen to Bruce.
Oh, God, no chance. No chance.
Every step that he takes forward towards us, we'll be pushing him 6-7 steps back.
Exactly. But I think Steve Riff as well sent out a tweet as well. I've got Lee Taylor as well sent us a live comment as well, so I'm going to comment to in a bit. And he's posted on a tweet and he said, well, Newcastle blew cobwebs out the D against York City. Soft goal concede. Murphy looked good. Richie too. ASM was live when he came on. Nice to be back on the road to see Callum Wilson in the number 9 and Langley making his debut. We go again on Friday. Yeah, being positive there. Then I'll go on to Lee as well.
Roll our sleeves up, dust ourselves down, go again on Friday. That'll be Bruce's words.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure you show us a better performance on Friday. I'll be doing another watch along. I'll be doing another watch along on Friday. Regardless of whether it's a pre-season friendly or not, losing New York is now to brush off. Easy. Steve Bruce would take our club down. He's a clown. Yeah.
Exactly.
And York City aren't part-timers, they are full-time. I do apologise, Lee. I didn't know they were full-time. But if they're
most of the clubs in the north and south are part-timers. So if York is still a full-time club, then yeah.
Big up to them. Full-time club. Well done. I mean, end of the day, they're a decent club. They got a lovely little stadium. And the good people of York should be proud of their club and the job Steve Watson's doing at this moment in time. So, and I got one from Cole as well. Shocking. Boring pile of shite. Yeah, summed up beautifully there.
Exactly.
And I'll just go for another few more of these before I wrap up, sort of thing, if that's okay. I'm just going to dig it down a little bit. We still were the hipster side of dear, like, they're all gone hiding. So, I mean, Seb, NUFC, pieces or not, getting beat off York is not something just to brush off. We cannot brush it off at all whatsoever. We just cannot brush it off. It's there. They just haven't been good enough. Hi to you, mate. So you okay? And you know what it is, right? I just think it's a disgrace. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely shocking. It really is, man. And then one of them said, okay, it doesn't matter, but we are not allowed to make observations based on what we've seen. Do you know what it is, mate? Say it how it like it is. Say it how it like it is. If you're not happy, say it. Just can't say so.
Lily, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You've got your own opinion, say it.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. Well said. Got Lily and Rama. Leicester lost by a goal to nil. Not only we lost by a goal to nil, the under-23s got beat as well. Then we got Nick's as well. Ball handling wasn't great. Passing was so-so. Jordan injured. Defensive was shaky. And the team didn't look all that fit. And we've been saying that. They haven't been fit. It's pre-season though. Good things to work on. Well, they should be fit going into any games. It's as simple as that.
They come back early to get the fitness to go into these pre-season games, but they just didn't look fit at all.
Not at all. And if we get beat on Friday against Doncaster, sort of thing, I think we should be flipping worried.
If we can't beat York, then we're definitely not going to beat Doncaster.
Yeah. And I got James Brown, not the singer James Brown. I mean, by the way, he sadly passed away a couple of years ago, and fantastic singer, and in his time in response, and he is brilliant. James, John, my guy, that was probably all for losing to York. It's an absolute disgrace to take over the club's early hope. Otherwise, I fear we'll do a Sunderland and go down the leagues. Yeah, we've never been down the League One third-tier football in our history. I think Mike Ashley, as he's there, will be making history yet again. Bruce,
at this rate, we'll be doing something like Portsmouth, dominating or doing really well in the Premier League. The next minute, you're down in League Two, just constantly getting relegated. This would be us if we still stick with Bruce.
Yeah, man. You're absolutely right. And I'll go further than that as well. I really will go further than that as well. We're not going out again. We're not going out of that league. And I'll blame the Premier League for all this mess as well, because they could have approved a takeover. They could pass a takeover, and they chose not to.
Exactly. 15 months later, and we're still in this.
Exactly. Surely the arbitrator and the judge must say, enough's enough. We get this court case ahead right now. Otherwise, we're just going to pass it. So it's just down to you. And I've got some other tweets as well. Got Steve. I seem to remember a few shockers in the pre-seasons before we won the championship. Absolutely no bearing on the season at all. Let's be real about it. I'll judge on today's game. We have been poor. They did not look fit at all. Check on South Mondo, this tweet. And she said exactly the same thing. They did not look fit. And not one of them had a go at her. Not one. But if I did it, I get ripped a good one. She's absolutely right. She's absolutely on the money.
I
mean, I love to get Sav on me chat as well. I got Sav on me chat before, and she was absolutely amazing on it as well. I just kept my mouth shut. It's like Sav, so I didn't shut her and show. And I just sat back and I just listened to her, and she's on the money. And
she knows what she's talking about. She's quite knowledgeable.
She is. You know what it is, Jay? Sav gets a lot of shite over the years on Twitter. A lot of shite on this platform. You know what? She's a strong person. She's a strong lass. And let me tell you something, right? I mean, most of the things she says is 100% right. And big up to her. Big up to her, man.
Indeed. So, plus she's a lass from down my way as well, so.
Yeah, man. But she is brilliant. And I've got a couple more before I wrap up. So Ashley's a fit and proper owner. You're having a laugh. If you had any sense, he would kick Bruce at the door. Totally agree. Richard Master and Hoffman, they're not fit and proper leaders. Not fit and proper leaders to run the club. You know what I mean? The sooner they get out of the club, the better. Let's be real. Steve Bruce contract's up at the end of the season. That contract should be ripped up now. He's a clown. He's happy with 17th place. as long as they stay up. You know what it is, right? 17 players ain't my ambition. 15 players ain't my ambition. 11th, 10th players ain't my ambition. My ambition is, right, I want to be in the top 6. That's my ambition. Top 6 is my ambition as a football club. Do you know what I mean? I've got an elite mentality. I don't know what talent you've got, Jay, but I've got an elite mentality, right? Maybe
I'm quite happy with a top half finish. As long as I can see our name in the top half of the table, I think it's a success rather than constantly having to deal with relegation battles all the time.
Yeah. Totally agree, mate. Totally agree, 100%. Right? But top half, I'd take that all day long. And that, this football club, yeah, we are the Fiorentina of football, or Fiorentina are the Newcastle of football. You know what I mean? Big club, haven't done much.
Fiorentina used to be a huge club.
You've got it. They spent 25 million on 2 players at the minute, yeah? I mean, one of them is Gonzalez from Stuttgart. And they got this lad from Spal as well, paying £4.5 million for it.
I remember Luca Toni from Fiorentina. He was banging the goals left, right, and centre.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? The guy
was amazing.
He played for Bayern Munich, played for Hellas Verona as well, and I think he also played for Juventus as well for a bit, but I could be wrong. But Luca Toni, what a player! What a player! And I've got just so beside no ambition anymore. It seems James Newcastle should be aiming for a top 10 finish. Shows you're up now, and then the top 10 will be great. Do you know what I want? I want the FA Cup. I want to win the FA Cup. That's all I want to win. FA Cup, that do us fine. And build on.
Be happy with any trophy just to see something in that trophy cabinet.
Yeah, so would I. So would I, man. So would I. So I would love European football. Yeah, as well. James, which other Premier League club would appoint Bruce in his modern day era? But he's another yesterday's man is failed at Sunderland 10 years ago. He'd be finished.
Well, the way everyone bigs up Bruce, all the pundits and everyone, I'm not surprised he wasn't in the running for the Spurs job. He should be in the running for any of the top 6 clubs.
Yep. Totally agree. Yeah.
They big him up so much, yet not knowing that they look at their own stats to see how horrific he is. The worst Premier League manager in history, and he still gets so much praise. They're absolutely blind.
Do you know what it is? All the talk sport people, talk sport are bigging this manager up. Sky Sports are bigging them up, yeah? They can't see what our fans have to suffer through. Do you know what I mean? And
they don't watch us week in, week out.
No, they don't.
If you ain't playing a top 6 club, then no one's watching.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree, 100%. I've got top 10 finish and taking the club serious. Thomas, but it would never happen because of the cabbage. Correct. James, Bruce should have got the Real Madrid job instead of Ancelotti, or he should have got the Everton job as well, or the Spurs job, or the Wolves job, or the Palace job at that time. And he's not been mentioned once. Because you know why? Because Talk Sports and Sky Sports are taking a mickey out of our football club. And I said earlier, if we get it over, I hope Talk Sport do not host any of the Newcastle United games. In fact, they should be banned.
They should.
I mean, it's like saying the sardines are like beluga caviar. Yeah, brilliant. And I've got James, TalkSports talk shy. All they have is slight digs at our fan base to get a reaction. Saddles need to get a life. I'll go with Michael Chopra came on and took on Alan Brazil and Ian Holloway and he put them straight. And see that Steve Bishop never got this job in the first place. Michael Chopra came on and he embarrassed TalkSport, and then they tried to cut him, right? Because they had to move on, and Michael Chopra was having none of this.
He does have a voice, and he likes to use his voice. He does tell the truth when it needs to be told. So he does get a lot of respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree, man. But it is so frustrating, man. It is so frustrating. I'll be worried, man. I'll definitely be worried. I mean, that's in my opinion. Listen, mate. I'll get away. I'm gonna get this off, and but I'm gonna do another one on Friday. I'm gonna try and get Paul on Friday to do the watch along if he comes. Sort of, I'll have a word with him, sort of thing. And is it the Doncaster game? Is it 7 o'clock kickoff? Or is it 7:30 kickoff?
I think it might be 2-6.
It's definitely a Friday, but I'll definitely have to check it out, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So what I'll probably do
That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday.
7 o'clock kickoff on Friday. Right, I'm gonna try and get a finish on Friday. Let's hope I don't get stuck on the motorway, sort of. I'll be straight on that sort of thing. So I'll be doing another one on Friday. And I've got one more comment for James. Michael Chopra hits the boost for some reason, and I think it has something to do with outside of football. Donny Rover, 7 o'clock on Friday. Thanks very much indeed, Jay. Have a good one, John, Thomas, and Jason, and have fun. And you as well, Jules. And Thomas, you have fun as well, mate. And thanks for coming on. I'm going to wrap it up as well. And before I go, where do you find you? Jay?
Right there. Right there. There we go. Right there. Keeping it tuned YouTube channel. Keeping it tuned YT. That's where you find me.
Cool. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel at John Sinclair, and also on Twitter as Kizon_, down the bottom. You know the crack, you know the drill. Excellent stream. Keep it up, lads. I appreciate that, James. Thanks so much indeed. And listen, you go enjoy the evening, mate. And thanks so much for coming on, and thanks for the live watch along.